What's up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of 101 Sports and Cards. As always, I'm Nathan Holloway, and with me, George.
What's going on?
This is going to be a very, very long episode because of NFL free agency and our MLB predictions, so be prepared. Starting off in the NFL, this is all free agency and news. So first off, the Steelers landed DK Metcalf from the Seahawks. They signed him to a 5-year contract extension. Did you like the move for Pittsburgh?
You don't have a QB to throw it to him, so it don't matter.
But yet they could, because Aaron Rodgers is emerging as a possible. It's the next Steelers quarterback. It's between
points, still not a QB.
It's between him or Russell Wilson.
Two old people.
The Giants are also interested in Aaron Rodgers, and there have been rumors that the Vikings are as well, since they lost both Darnold and Daniel Jones. See, what you said last week, it may not be the case. The Rams signed Davante Adams to a 2-year deal. Of course, he will replace Cooper Kupp, who got cut today. J.C. Horn, Myles Garrett, and Josh Allen all were signed to record deals by their respective teams. The Raiders made a trade to get a quarterback in a very weird move, in my opinion. They sent a third-round pick to the Seahawks for Geno Smith. Did you like that move?
Geno's still not bad. I mean, it didn't cost him hardly anything, so.
I wouldn't have done it. Geno's a below-average quarterback. He was a below-average quarterback on the Seahawks. He's going to be even worse on the Raiders because the only guy that he can throw to is, Brock Bowers. And the Raiders are still going to be bad. The Raiders just need to rebuild completely. They need to trade away,
Everybody.
Besides Brock Bowers.
No, you trade him too.
No, you don't trade Brock Bowers. Khalil Mack returned to the Chargers. Nick Bolton returned to the Chiefs. And Chris Godwin returned to the Buccaneers. Sam Darnold signed a 3-year, $110 million contract with the Seahawks. It's a very interesting move for Seattle after getting rid of Geno Smith to go out. Well, they got rid of Geno, traded DK, cut Tyler Lockett, and then you go and spend this type of money on Sam Darnold, who's had one good year of his career. Do you like that move for Seattle?
No.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. They're not going to be a playoff team.
No.
They're going to be really bad. I didn't like it. I didn't like this next move either. Justin Fields signed a 2-year deal with the Jets. Imagine going from Chicago, where, you wasted away the beginning of your career, going to Pittsburgh, getting benched for Russell Wilson, and now you go to, the next worst option than Chicago, the New York Jets. Congratulations, Justin Fields. Your career is officially over. Of course, the big thing with this is him and Garrett Wilson are back together from their days at Ohio State, but who cares? The Jets are going to win like 4 games next year. Josh Sweat signs a 4-year deal with the Cardinals. This is a huge move for Arizona, and also a big loss for the Eagles. Daniel Jones signed a 1-year deal with the Colts. They want him to compete for the starting quarterback job with Anthony Richardson.
Doesn't matter who wins the job, you're still going to suck.
That's a fact. The Texans acquired C.J. Gardner-Johnson from the Eagles. Good for them. The 49ers are set to release. They did release Kyle Juszczyk, which is very surprising. Kyle Juszczyk is the best fullback in the league right now. Of course, fullback is kind of a dead position. But he's also a fan favorite. Hopefully he signs with a new team. The Commanders acquired Laramie Tunsil and a 4th-round pick from the Texans for a 3rd, 7th, 2nd, and 4th-round picks. The 3rd and 7th are in this year's draft. The 2nd and 4th are in next year's draft. It's a huge move for the Commanders. Laramie Tunsil is one of the best offensive linemen in the league. He had a down season last year, but this is great for the Commanders. They're doing exactly what you need to do with a quarterback on a rookie contract. Build around him and be able to spend money. And I don't know what Houston's doing, because Houston gets rid of their best offensive lineman. They got rid of another one of their solid offensive linemen in the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade with the Eagles. I guess they forget that, C.J. Stroud kind of got murdered back there last year, and they're not even trying to protect him now. Yeah. The Vikings signed Jonathan Allen. This is a massive deal for Minnesota. The Chargers signed Najee Harris, so his time in Pittsburgh is officially over. I actually like this move for the Chargers. I think him and Herbert, along with Jim Harbaugh, are going to get along very well. Of course, Jim loves running the ball, and Najee's going to be like their only running back. So the Eagles traded Kenny Pickett to the Browns for Dorian Thompson-Robinson and a 5th-round pick. I don't even know what to say about this. If the Browns think that Kenny Pickett is the quarterback of their future, then they may be the dumbest franchise in the league. Joey Bosa signed with the Bills, the Ravens signed DeAndre Hopkins, and the Steelers signed Darius Slay. Of course, there's still some big names out there that haven't been signed, like, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. A lot of wide receivers haven't signed yet. But yeah, that is all of NFL free agency. I expected that to take a lot longer, but I'm not going to go into all this because we will not know officially how all these guys pan out until, week 1. And on to the association, LeBron James is expected to be out 1 to 2 weeks with a groin strain that he suffered against Boston over the weekend. It's a huge blow for the Lakers, but also the perfect opportunity for Luka Doncic to basically make the team his own. The Rockets got some terrible news that Amen Thompson is set to be out 2 weeks with an ankle injury. Jonathan Kuminga is set to return Thursday against the Sacramento Kings in a nationally televised game on TNT. For the Warriors, this is great. He's been out since early January with an ankle sprain. And this is the perfect time for him to come back. The Warriors are the second hottest team. I'm not going to say the hottest. Second hottest team because the Cavs are the hottest team. Warriors are the second hottest team in the NBA. With Jimmy Butler on their roster, they have 2 losses. One of them, he did not play in. They're 9-1 their last 10 games. And now to get Kuminga back is just gives them another great player. Talking about the Warriors, Stephen Curry can reach 4,000 career made threes in the regular season. Of course, he's already done it for playoffs and regular season, but 4,000 career regular season threes on Thursday against the Kings. He is too shy. I thought he was going to get it on Monday. I believe they played Monday against the Blazers. He did not get it. He only hit 5. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he gets it against the Kings.
Yeah.
Of course, he would become the first player to ever reach 4,000 career threes. I mean, he's the greatest shooter of all time. Cavaliers become the first team to clinch a playoff spot. They have also won 15 consecutive games, but yet they're still flying under the radar because all these guys just don't want to, all these big networks just don't want to talk about them. Talking about big net, I wrote an article about Shaq yesterday. And this is pure... I don't know if I talked last week about Charles Barkley going after ESPN. Did I talk about that? Well, Charles Barkley, I wrote an article last week about Charles Barkley going after ESPN because all they talk about are the same, 4 or 5 teams. The Lakers, Celtics, Warriors. Them are the main teams they talk about because they're the biggest markets. The Knicks. Well, Shaq... And, of course, Barkley did that with, the NBA, the Inside the NBA crew, moving to ESPN next year. He called out Kendrick Perkins, called him an idiot, which he's not wrong. Kendrick Perkins, I don't think he's ever had a good take in his life, besides LeBron as the GOAT. But yet, this happened with the NBA on TNT crew the other day, because Shaquille O'Neal decided to go on the podcast that him and Adam Lefkoe does. And they were talking about the Pistons, who have been one of the hottest teams in the NBA since the new year, 2025. They've been one of the best teams in the league and are getting absolutely no credit. He went on his show and said, the Pistons are under 500. They're 4 games under 500. Adam Lefkoe had to correct him, saying that they are 6 games over 500. They're sitting 6th in the Eastern Conference right now. They're actually tied with the Pacers and the Bucks to be 4th in the conference. Of course, the other 2 teams have the tiebreaker, but the Pistons are for real. And the fact that then Shaq doubled down on it last night and said that Chauncey Billups is doing a great job coaching the Pistons. Shaq, to let you know, Chauncey Billups is the coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. So it pushes Barkley's thing even farther to... even a guy, legend of the NBA, not the best analyst, I'll say that about Shaq, but even these guys that cover it, they don't even watch real basketball. Because there's no way that you don't know who the head coach of the... You should know that J.B. Bickerstaff is the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and that the Blazers head coach is Chauncey Billups. You should also know that the Pistons are having a great year and they're not under 500. If you're sitting on national television and talking about the NBA, I just wanted to throw that out there because I'm I'm tired of all these, I'm tired of hearing about the Warriors, Lakers, and Knicks, Celtics. There's more than 4 teams in the NBA. And it'd be nice for, these major networks to actually care about the others, like the Cavs, who are the hottest team in the league. They've won 15 games. You don't see anything about it on any national television. You don't see it on ESPN. The Thunder are having a great season. You don't see them talked about much on ESPN unless you have Shannon Sharp coming on there and, doing his Lakers in 5 thing, which just makes him sound stupid. But he's been doing it since his days at Fox. So, but yeah, that was my little rant. The Celtics have won 5 straight games. They face off against the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight and possibly it's actually my NBA Finals preview. So that's a massive game. Of course, by the time you listen to this, you already know who has won. I can't wait to watch that game. The Warriors and the Timberwolves have won 5 straight. They sit 6th and 7th in the Western Conference standings. Of course, the Warriors play the Kings tomorrow night on TNT. The Timberwolves play the Nuggets tonight in a very great matchup. Moving on to baseball, there are a couple of things of news. Garrett Cole has been, he's going to get Tommy John surgery. He was recommended Tommy John surgery earlier this week. The Yankees said that they wanted a second opinion on him. He is going to be getting it, so his season is over. How big of a loss is this for the Yankees?
Pretty big, but they also played pretty well last year without him for half the season. So, I think they can do it again. They have a bunch of other people that can step up.
They need Max Fried to step up and stay healthy. In
But,
his first year with
it's still massive because this is the ace. But I think they'll be fine.
Francisco Alvarez is set to be out 6 to 8 weeks with a broken hamate bone. I don't know if that's actually what it's called. It's in your hand. It's right here, if you didn't know. It is a very common injury for actually all baseball players because it's gripping the bat. This is a major loss for the Mets. They were without him a ton last year, and they don't really have a good backup catcher. Not somebody like Francisco Alvarez,
who doesn't do amazing things on the offensive side. He's getting better. Defensive-wise, he's one of the best in the league, though.
So now we are going to move on to our prediction. We're going to start out with the our division winners. Did you do the whole division?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start in the AL. The AL East, who do you have? Just tell me your order for the AL.
You want to go like worst to best or best to worst?
Best to worst.
I got Baltimore Orioles, the Red Sox, the Yankees, Rays, Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays finished last. I'm guessing you're thinking after trade deadline. They're going,
okay. Even then, with those 2 guys, they're not going to win games. They have nobody.
They improved a little bit.
They're not better than the Rays, in my opinion. The Rays find ways. The Rays find ways to win games.
They didn't last year.
No.
The MLB is also pressuring their owner into selling the team.
Yeah.
I have the Orioles winning the division, followed by the Yankees, the Red Sox, Blue Jays, and Rays. AL Central.
Tigers, Royals, Guardians, Twins, White Sox.
I have that exact same order. I was very surprised that you picked the Tigers. I was going to go with the Royals to win this, but then I forgot that, the Tigers, Jack Flaherty's back.
Yeah. The pitching is just better.
They added, Glaber, who I think is going to be very good for them, playing second. And they do need some of their guys to step up, like Spencer Torkelson, to step up.
He won't, because he sucks.
It's false. He's great. Don't diss on my boy's Tork. The AL West.
I got the Rangers, Astros, Athletics, Mariners, and Angels.
I have the Rangers, Mariners, Astros, Athletics, and at the very bottom, the Angels.
I think the Athletics are going to win a lot of ball games at that minor league stadium.
I think they're going to be good. I don't see them being better than the Mariners or the Astros.
The
only thing I'm going with the Mariners for second in the division
is
pitching. They have the best pitching staff in baseball.
Yeah.
But they have to find a way to put up runs.
Yeah.
I
don't think they will this year.
I think they ranked second to last behind the White Sox last year in runs per game. So they desperately need to improve that. But their pitching keeps them in games.
Yeah.
Moving on to the NL East.
Phillies, Braves, Mets, Nationals, Marlins.
I have the Phillies, Braves, Nationals, Mets, and Marlins. I have the Nationals above the Mets because I believe in our pitching staff more than the Mets, because the Mets have really one good pitcher, and that's Kodai Senga, and he's proven that he cannot stay healthy. Central.
Milwaukee Brewers, Cubs, Reds, Pirates, Cardinals.
I have the Brewers, the Reds, the Cubs, Pirates, and Cardinals. Wow, I gave your Reds more props than you did.
I think the Cubs are good. Cubs improved a lot this year. And they were very hot last year at the end of the year. I think, and if Pete Armstrong could hit, this team's good. Team's a borderline postseason team, in my opinion.
The NL West. I think
you know how the Reds are. They start freaking 20-0, and then they just the wheels fall off the wagon.
Like Hunter Green is starting opening day.
Yeah, I mean, he should. I mean, who else is going to be? Nick Lodillo? He's not healthy yet, probably. I would say freaking give it to Rhett Loudon, but I'm not the manager.
You're not Terry Franco.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm sitting here and not coaching a team.
Thanks. The NL West. I'm pretty sure we're both going to have
Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks, Giants, Rockies.
I have the Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants, Rockies. I think the Diamondbacks are going to be a sneaky team. I think the Diamondbacks are going to be a sneaky team in the NL this year, and they have enough to contend with the Dodgers for the division, but the Dodgers are just too damn good. I mean, the Dodgers are a freaking super team.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on. Who are your top 6 teams in the AL?
1 down to 6.
Yeah.
NL, right?
AL.
Orioles, Rangers, Tigers, Red Sox, Royals, Yankees.
I have the Orioles, Rangers, Tigers, Yankees, Royals, and Red Sox. It was very hard for me to not pick the Guardians, but I don't like the moves that they made trading away some of their players in the offseason. On the NL side,
Dodgers, Phillies, Brewers, Braves, Padres, Mets.
I have Dodgers, Phillies, Brewers, Braves, Diamondbacks, and Padres.
Pretty close on a lot of it.
What is your... I did a likely World Series, and then... Because a likely World Series is the Dodgers winning it. Because
I just did that.
I also gave one that I...
Want to see?
Yeah. So, your World Series pick.
I have Dodgers and Orioles, and I have Dodgers winning it with Freddie Freeman winning MVP.
Back to back.
Yeah.
I have the Dodgers and Orioles as well, with the Dodgers winning, and Shohei winning MVP. It's going to be hard for them to not give it to him if he's also pitching.
I don't think he will.
If it's not the Dodgers, Orioles, who would you like to see? If you had to pick any other team than the Dodgers, you can keep the Orioles, but pick any other team than the Dodgers, because the Dodgers are the easy pick.
I'd love to see the Braves again. I mean, they find ways to win ball games. And I want to see Acuna actually win a World Series while active.
Mine is, you can probably guess my NL team.
The Nationals.
It's not the... Did I have the Nationals make playoffs? No.
You want to see the Phillies.
The Phillies versus the Tigers.
Yeah.
With Bryce winning MVP.
Well, Phillies choke, so that won't happen.
You could say the same thing about the Dodgers taking out last year.
Yeah.
And taking out 2020 because it wasn't a real year. Who is your... we're just save MVPs for last. So we're going to start off with Rookie of the Year. AL Rookie of the Year.
Jason Dominguez.
I also have Jason Dominguez. NL Rookie of the Year.
So I went off of odds. I know there's some people that could come up. I went off odds and people that's going to be playing. I went Kevin Alcantara for the Cubs.
I went with Dylan Cruz for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I would have went with James Wood, but he's not eligible.
Yeah.
AL Cy Young.
Logan Gilbert.
I have Tariq Skubal going back to back. NL Cy Young.
Zach Wheeler.
This pained me to say, but I went with Paul Skeens. Your AL MVP.
Bobby Witt Jr.
I also went with Bobby Witt Jr. He's the best player in the AL. By far. He's better than Judge. NL MVP.
Mookie Betts.
I went with Shohei.
I'm not going obvious with that MVP.
I'm going with Shohei just because if he produces even somewhat, if he does half of what he did at the plate like he did last year, plus him pitching, they're easily going to give it to him unanimously.
Yeah.
Like it's not... Mookie can go out there and hit 600 with 70 home runs, and they'd still give it to Shohei. That'd be wild to see, though. It's not going to happen. So those are our...
I'm sure they might do that.
Yeah. So those are our MLB predictions. Of course, the MLB season starts next week in Tokyo with the Mets and the Cubs. Opening day is not until the end of March, of course. So, yeah. Will any of these come true? No. Because they never do. Moving on to college basketball, there's already been some teams that have clinched a tournament spot. SIUE, my alma mater, clinched a spot somehow. Lipscomb, Omaha, Drake, High Point, UNCW, Robert Morris, Wofford, Troy, Gonzaga, and St. Francis have also all clinched tournament spots. So congratulations to them, of course. Everybody else will be clinched by Sunday because Sunday is Selection Sunday. First off, new rankings. Number 1 is Duke. This is the first time they've been ranked number 1 since 2021. Second is Houston. I think it was 21. It might have been 23. I don't know. I'm forgetting the stat right now. It's either 21 or 23. I know that's a 2-year difference. But number 2 is Houston. Number 3 is Auburn, who falls to 3. Number 4, Florida. Number 5, Alabama. Number 6, St. John's. 7 is Michigan State. Tennessee dropped down 4 spots to 8. 9 is Texas Tech. 10 is Clemson. 14, Texas A&M. They moved up 8 spots after, upsetting Auburn last week. Kentucky moved up 4 spots to 15. BYU moved up 6 spots to 17. Wisconsin dropped down 6 spots to 18 because for some reason we decided to lose to Penn State. Mizzou dropped down 6 spots to 21. Michigan down 5 spots to 22. And Marquette down 5 spots to 25. So the best games this week, of course, all come on Sunday. Because on Sunday you will have the SEC, Big Ten, and ACC Championship before, of course, Selection Sunday night, where the bracket will be revealed. Of course, the first 4 will be next Tuesday for March Madness. We will give our predictions for March Madness next Wednesday. We are not going to go through the whole bracket because that would take forever. Instead, I will post the bracket on Instagram for our predictions so you can tell us how stupid our takes are, which some people do. Not going to call out his name. But yeah. We'll do that. We will go through basically Sweet 16 to... Actually, we're going to go to Elite 8 to Championship. Is that fair? Basically half of it.
Sure.
Thank you. So yeah, the first 4 begins Tuesday. Next Thursday is when March Madness officially kicks off with the round of 64. Can't wait. It's the best time here. The best playoff in any sport. Moving on to other sports, Carl Phillips wins the Puerto Rico Open. Russell Henley won the Arnold Palmer Invitational. The Players is this weekend at my favorite PGA course, TPC Sawgrass. And some big news out of golf this week. Tiger Woods ruptured his Achilles. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's finally over for Tiger.
It's been over.
I mean, it has, but this may be the end of it. So congratulations, Tiger, on your incredible career. Arguably the best golfer of all time. Not my GOAT for golf, but he's up there. I mean, his prime will never be beat. Christopher Bell wins at Phoenix for his 3rd consecutive victory of the Cup Series season. Las Vegas is this weekend. Who wins?
Christopher Bell.
Going 4 in a row.
Yes. He is the best. He has the best driver out there right now, but the best equipment right now.
I'm going to go with the 2nd best driver right now. William Byron gets his 2nd win. Let's see. The F1 opener, the Australian Grand Prix, is this weekend. Who wins?
I'm going balls off the wall. Crazy.
Max Verstappen.
No. Crazy. Liam Lawson. Freaking going nuts.
I'm going to go with, in the test, it was Ferrari. Ferrari and McLaren were the best in testing. I'm going to go with Lando Norris begins his championship season with a win in the opening race. Who's your pick to win the championship this year? Since I just gave mine.
Max Verstappen.
You can't ever just go off the book. And
Okay, fine. Liam Lawson. No. I think Piastri gets it done.
I'm going to tell you top 3.
I might give him top 3.
I'll tell you my top 3. Lando, Lewis, Piastri. I think Red Bull is going to take a massive downhill this year. And just because I said that, Max Verstappen's going to go out and win every damn race.
He's going to win all races.
Yeah. Because I have the championship locked up by, halfway through the season. Yeah. I really thought this would be a longer episode, to be honest. Do you have anything else?
Baseball.
That's all you have.
Yeah.
Every week. Thank you guys for listening. I forgot what I was going to say. Thank you guys for listening. Of course, enjoy the NBA. There's some massive games this week, including tonight. Of course, you already know who wins tonight. But some massive games over the weekend. The playoffs are right around the corner. NFL free agency is still very much going on. And then we will head into the NFL draft, where I will be giving my first round mock draft a week before. A week. Remember that.
Yeah, me too. I will too.
No, you.
You want me to try?
No.
You sure?
All you would do is go on and look at somebody else's and just copy and paste it of your own.
No. I know some of these guys.
Fine. Who's going first overall to the Titans?
It's going to be Cam Ward. And EQB.
Good job.
I know. Call me Adam Schefter. Oh, Mel Kiper. Whatever the hell the guy is.
It's Mel Kiper.
Yeah. Whatever.
Mel Kiper Jr., actually. That's also mine. They're going to take him first overall. But it would have been...
The dude from Penn State.
If he wouldn't have had his injury. Still can't think of his name, and that bothers me. I should know his name. He's my, in my opinion, he's the best player out of this class.
Is he the best defensive player coming out of draft since Micah Parsons?
No. There's been more.
Like?
I don't know. When was Micah Parsons drafted? 21?
Mm-hmm.
So you have 3 years in between there? I don't know.
Cooper Zine?
No. Enjoy PGA. I will be watching the players this weekend because why wouldn't you watch the players?
Because golf's boring to watch.
Don't say that. Enjoy NASCAR. Enjoy F1, especially if you're an F1 fan. I'll probably tune in for the first race just to see.
What's that?
The Australian Grand Prix.
So it'll be like 2 a.m. That's awesome.
Isn't it always? Most of all, though, outside of baseball, enjoy spring training. Enjoy opening day next week, basically opening day. Opening day before opening day in Tokyo. But most importantly, enjoy college basketball. Because that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have like every screen on college basketball this weekend. And then next week, every screen is going to be on college basketball. I'll say that. I'm going to have that. I have like the 4-way thing, 4-box thing going on the TV, 4 different games at the same time, have it on my phone. It'll be great. Can't wait. And you can't wait, I know, for us to give our March Madness predictions next week. Because that is what we will be doing. We'll also be covering NFL free agency more. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers signs so we can talk about how bad of a signing it was. But yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Come back here next week. Peace.